everyone. Welcome to Speakers Bank Podcast, Seniors Edition. I'm Mary, a member of the podcast team working for the Speakers Bank. And I would like to let you know today, guys, we are again having her as our guest, which she has done the first episode. But today, what's more interesting is that she's going to share to us about her life in the lifestyle village. I'm sure all of you are waiting for this episode because this is one of a kind, which in this kind of situation that you are wanting to know as an individual, as a person, and as a senior, how it is to live in a lifestyle village. Please join me in welcoming again my special guest, Geeta. Hi, Geeta.
Hi, Mary. Thank you for the introduction.
Thank you also for always allowing us and giving us the privilege
My
to.
pleasure.
Okay. Now, Geeta, because you are in the lifestyle village or what we call lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
lifestyle village, not a retirement village. There's
mhm.
a difference between the two. Yes.
Oh, please share to us from
Okay.
the beginning where you have an idea about lifestyle.
Okay. The difference I found when I was looking at moving into one of these is that the lifestyle village is for 50 plus, whereas the retirement villages, I think, I'm not sure what the age criteria is, but they have stages where you can go in as an independent living, then you move into cared living, etc. Whereas where I am, it's you have your individual house. You do your own cooking. There's no restaurant or anything on site. We do have a beautiful clubhouse, which I'll talk about later.
Mm.
But the aim is you're an independent, it's independent living. So you have to be healthy enough to manage on your own. Yes, you can get help if you need to, etc. So we mostly have different designs of houses. So it's up to you what you want to choose, from a one bedroom to a two bedroom and study, etc. So depending on your needs, if you're a couple and you want, two bedrooms and a study, well, that's available. Um, or if you just want to spread yourselves out, you can have just a two bedroom. So those are the different options. What about a lifestyle village? For the retirement village, I think it's very similar, but they have the other stages in case you want care, etc., which we don't have.
Wow, that is something new to us. Difference of lifestyle village and retirement village. That specifically that in your lifestyle house, wherein you it's about on a 55 plus
Mm.
and living as independent
Yeah,
individual.
yeah, definitely. So you can't. I mean, yeah, there's no nurses on site or no doctors or anything like that. I mean, yes, the ambulance is on call and you can get doctors on call, etc. But unlike retirement villages where you generally have, someone on site to care for patients, we don't have that. Um, I think one of the things people always ask me is what made me choose to move to
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
lifestyle village. I was living in independent house, five-bedroom house, and once the family all moved, it was a bit too big for me to manage the garden and the house and everything else. Also, it was more security and safety being on your own. Um, Whereas in a lifestyle village, you're like a community.
Mhm.
So I looked at a lot of places. I went different suburbs. I finally settled on the one that I'm in now, and I really enjoy it because
Mhm.
it was very hard to take the decision. It took me almost about 6 to 8 months before I bit the bullet, if you want to call it that, put my house on the market,
Oh,
sold it, and bought here. So it's a very big decision
I
because
see.
you really have to downsize.
So you said that you decide you have to think it within 6 weeks to give
No,
up
no,
your
no, no,
own lovely
no,
home.
no, no, no. 6 to 8 months.
Oh, 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, because it's a lot of you've got to weigh up the difference in being an independent living in your own house,
Mhm.
which a lot of people say, oh, I'm don't have any other expenses. I may have a bit of a mortgage, etc. Whereas in this one, you have to pay a fortnightly payment, which you have to be prepared to pay.
Mhm.
which is where it's a big decision to take whether you want to do it or not. So, um, yeah, that was one of the tougher decisions, but I'm glad I made it and I don't regret it. It's been 2 years now.
Oh, wow, that's a big leap. As you have mentioned, 6 to 8 months is actually a really, really heavy decision that you have made. And
Yeah, because
look
it's
at
not
you
the
now.
rest of your life. So you have to be sure you're comfortable with that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's interesting, Geeta. Thank you. And when you decide to live in a lifestyle,
Yep.
yes, I know it's a big decision that you have mentioned. Were you able to have some challenges, to adjust from your home house to the
Um,
lifestyle house? Mm-hmm.
yeah, look, the hardest part was downsizing, so giving up a lot of things because the house was smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But I was fortunate. A lot of the things that meant something to me, whether it was fun, like a family, the dining table we've had for years, which I wanted to keep. So little things like that made it easier. But settling in was different because um, you have neighbors really close to you. It's a really positive because they're always there to keep an eye on you. Also, sometimes it can be a bit of a hindrance when you want a bit of, you don't really want everyone to know what's happening in your life, but everybody does. So um, that was the hard part when I first moved in. But look, I'm very happy. I actually because of COVID, at COVID time, I think it was the best place I could have been because I get to see people. I just have to sit on my balcony outside, have a coffee. I see people going past, taking their walks. I can see neighbors on their verandas. We wave and smile and talk to each other or do things. So, which if you're in your own house, it's a bit hard unless you go and sit on your lawn in the front. You don't see very many people. So that's what I found was why I enjoyed finally. Took me a few months to get used to it, but no, I love being here. It's a good feeling to be in a environment where it's a community. People are nice, they care about you. Um, I'll give you a good example. Shortly after I moved in, I had to go and get some blood tests done. So I left early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did our own garages. So you go out, you shut your garage door. But I had forgotten to put my window blinds up.
Yeah.
My neighbor across the road got very worried that she hadn't seen me. It was 10 o'clock and she hadn't seen any of my window shades go up. So she came and knocked on the door. There was no answer. So she got her husband to open my side gate. She came to the back. Saw my car was not there, but she got worried. Where am I? They sent me messages. But being at the doctors, you put your phone on silence. I didn't see it. And they were panicking. They called my daughter. So they said, "Oh, where's your mom?" She's like, "I don't know. Why?
Oh,
Where is she?" So finally, when I saw it, I had to quickly call and say, "I'm okay. I've just been at the GP's. I'm fine." But it's that's what I mean when I say people care about you here. They get
yeah.
worried if you
Yeah.
don't answer the door or they don't see your window blinds up. Now, if you're living in a suburb, how often would people care whether your window blinds were up or not? Nobody cares.
Yes, yes, yes.
That was a really good. I was shortly after I moved in, so it was a really nice feeling that people do care and they're worried about you, especially if you're living on your own. They do care to make sure you are okay and nothing's happened to you.
Wow, that's a really nice story, a loving story from within the neighborhood, Geeta,
Yes,
because not just a neighbor, it's just like you have found a new family in your new community.
it is. That's one of the things. People ask me because I had no friends when I came here. Like I didn't know anyone before. You know how
Mm-hmm.
people move in somewhere because they know people. But when I came here, I didn't know anyone. But I was fortunate that on the first week I was here, I met some nice people. We've become very good friends. And generally, the whole village, as I want to call it, the people are very nice. Some people are very sociable and they're happy to mix. Other people just keep to themselves, but we always stop and say hello, good morning, just check on people, just to see how they are. And everyone's very friendly. There's very, look, as long as you don't push boundaries, people
Mm-hmm.
are, it's really, really nice. And, we used to, before COVID, we used to meet once every Friday. We used to have a Friday drinks at the clubhouse. You
Oh,
get to meet more
really?
people. Yeah. That
Every
doesn't
Friday
happen
night.
anymore.
It,
Friday night. Yeah.
okay, so that's like sort of your nightlife within the
Yeah.
village,
Social life. Yeah.
a
They
social
normally
life.
sometimes used to have a band, so they'd have music.
Mm.
Sometimes they'd organize trivia nights. So it just depended, different things. So, then once I settled in, I joined the committee for a while and we organized games, board games on Mondays and Thursdays. So you meet more people that way, people who like to play board games, like whether it's Monopoly or it's bridge or it's any card games or anything else. So, that's how you build up your relationships at the village and you get to spend time, quality time. You don't have to sit at home by yourself,
Yes.
reading, listening to music or whatever. Yeah.